Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. Man tends to increase at a greater rate than his means of subsistence. The love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. I am not apt to follow blindly the lead of other men. Intelligence is based on how efficient a species became at doing the things they need to survive. Blushing is the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. I love fools' experiments. I am always making them. The highest possible stage in moral culture is when we recognize that we ought to control our thoughts. This preservation of favorable variations and the rejection of injurious variations, I call natural selection or the survival of the fittest. One general law, leading to the advancement of all organic beings, namely, multiply, vary, let the strongest live and weakest die. If the misery of our poor be caused not by the laws of nature, but by our institutions, great is our sin. The survival of preservation of certain favored words in the struggle for existence is natural selection. I have called this principle, by which each slight variation, if useful, is preserved, by the team of natural selection. I cannot persuade myself that a beneficent and omnipotent God would have designedly created parasitic wasps with the express intention of their feeding within the living bodies of caterpillars. It is those who know little, and not those who know much, who so positively assert that this or that problem will never be solved by science. To kill an error is as good a service as, and sometimes even better than, the establishing of a new truth or fact. A moral being is one who is capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives, of approving of some and disapproving of others. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. Besides love and sympathy, animals exhibit other qualities connected with the social instincts which in us would be called moral. I see no good reasons why the views given in this volume should shock the religious views of anyone.